Welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities for Kids. We're college students who create fun learning activities focused in reading, writing, and math. Today's activity is going to be focused on words and phrases in stories and poems that evoke emotion or that go along with our five senses. Today we're going to start our lesson off with some key vocabulary words that will be used throughout the lesson and in the activity sheets. Let's get started. The first two words we have are poetry and stories. Poetry is a type of literature or artistic writing that attempts to stir a reader's imagination or emotions. Stories are a narrative normally shorter than a novel and can be real or make-believe. Next we have senses. Senses allow us to observe and understand the world around us. There are 5 main ways that we can do this. Let's learn the 5 senses. Repeat after me while I read. Sight, with our eyes. I use my eyes to see. Touch, with our fingers. I use my hands to touch. Smell, with our nose. I use my nose to smell. Taste, with our tongue. I use my tongue to taste. Sound, with our ears. I use my ears to hear. Now that we know the 5 senses, let's try some examples. With all the 5 senses listed here, I'm going to read off words that correlate with one of them, and we're going to sort them into the correct areas. The first word is fluffy. For example, the dog is fluffy. That is something that we can feel, meaning it would go under touch. The second word is stinky. Ew, the rotten eggs are so stinky. That is something that we smell, meaning it'll go under smell. The third word is sparkly. The diamonds sparkled in the light. They were so sparkly. That is something that we can see. That would go under sight. The fourth word is loud. The music in the car was playing so loud. That's a sound and something that we can hear. That will go under sound. The fifth word is yummy. The French fries with my burger were so yummy. That's something we can taste. That will go under taste. Now that we've gone over the key terms and an example of all the 5 senses, we're going to dive into some stories and poems where we will be able to identify words that correlate with feelings and words that correlate with our 5 senses. Remember that some feelings that we could have are happy, sad, mad, tired, hungry, and the list goes on and on. But let's get started with some examples. We are going to start by reading the poem and then we'll break it down. Apple pie. I can see the apple pie. I smell the sweet spice treat. I can hear the timer ring that says it's time to eat. I can feel the steam so warm rising in the air. I can taste the juicy filling. Now let's break down this poem. What can you see? That's right, you can see the apple pie. What can you smell? That's right, you smell the sweet spice treat. What can you hear? What is the sound in this poem? You hear the timer ring. That's how you know it's time to eat. What can you feel in this poem or touch? You can feel the steam so warm rising in the air. And last, what can you taste in this poem? You taste the juicy filling. All right, let's do another example. This poem is called In Summer. First, we're going to read it and then we're going to break it down. In summer, I see colorful umbrellas on the beach. I smell sun lotion and salt. I hear children giggling in the waves. I taste an ice cream cone. Yum. I touch soft, hot sand. I feel warm and happy. I love summer. Now let's break this down again. Let's start with what we can see. We see the colorful umbrellas on the beach. We'll put that in the sight category. What can we smell? We smell the sun lotion and salt. Let's put that in the smell category. What can we hear? We hear the children giggling. That's the sound. What can we taste? We taste the yummy ice cream cone. And what can we touch? We touch the soft, hot sand. And you'll notice that this poem ends with an emotion. They're saying that they feel warm and happy. Therefore, not only does this poem go with the 5 senses, it also talks about emotions that you'll feel during it. You are off to such a great start. We're going to have you try and do one on your own. If you have a piece of paper, feel free to write down the boxes with all the 5 senses and fill them in as we read the poem. If you don't, just say them out loud and we'll go over the answers after. Let's begin. This one is called chicken noodle soup. I hear slurping. I smell chicken. I see yellow broth. I feel slippery noodles. I taste salty vegetables. What could it be? It's chicken noodle soup. Now, remember to break it down as we did in the previous examples. Make the boxes if you have paper and pencil by you, but remember, if not, just say it out loud. Let's start with what you can hear. Remember, hear goes with sound. So what can you hear in this story? Slurping. That's very good. All right, let's move on to the next one. What can you smell? You smell chicken. Good job. Now, what do you see? You can see the yellow broth. Good job. What do you feel? Remember that feel goes with touch. So what are you feeling? You're touching the slippery noodles. And last, what can you taste? Remember, taste the salty vegetables. Great job. You did such an amazing job today. Remember to check out our activity sheets because they correspond with our videos and go over the same activities that I used today. Also, comment below this video if you have any questions and like and subscribe to our channel. We can't wait to learn more with you. We'll be back with more videos.